Hey folks, welcome back. I'm going to share some info on this pickup here that I've never run into before, having to do with a P2121 code. That's your throttle position. That's actually a performance code. So most likely it's a bad sensor. You want to check your wiring and all that kind of stuff, which we have. What I've run into this thing. This is a 2004. And it's really actually considered a 2004 and a half, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. But when you're looking for this being a 2004, that I was expecting the throttle position sensor, or the accelerator pedal position sensor, or app sensor, basically expected it to be right here, mounted on here, because they are like that in 2003, and I think even some other 2004s I've worked on, just apparently not this one. It's also not in here, because you got your go pedal right there, and it just connects to a cable right there, and it just has a hinge there, and that's it. Which, if it had a sensor there, it would look pretty much like this one here. This is a 2007, and the 2005 Ram pickups with the 5.9 had it. I think it's the exact same one, or might even be very similar, but anyways, that's what one would look like if it was there. So, I mean, it's not hard to find. It's just not in the places you would think they would be, but you follow the cable out of the firewall to, oh, I'm not going to be able to get a shot of this, am I? Let's go down here. Right there. And to access it better, you'll need to pull the fender well down, and it's right there, and it's held on with these 3 screws right there. And apparently they had it in this position, or in this spot here, from what I gather, in late 2004, which is why it's considered a 2004 and a half. This engine is a little bit higher output of an engine, just like you'd find in a 2005, 2006, or even an early 2007 5.9. And I think it was only with the manual transmissions that they were here. If it was an automatic, I don't know. I don't know if it would be right here or not, but if it was a 2003, it would be right here, just in the same position as it would be in the VP44 pumps from 98 to 2002. It's a big old thing that goes right here. It's a cover that comes off of it. Your sensors are back behind there. But anyways, and apparently, so that's this thing right here, and this whole thing will come off, and then I'll show you. First thing I did was I called the Dodge dealership, because with anything, especially with any Chrysler product, you get any type of sensors with dealing with the engine and all that kind of stuff, you really want to go with OEM type stuff. So called the Dodge dealer. They had a hard time looking it up, but they did finally found it, and it is an obsolete part. They don't make it anymore, but they practically used it for like 6 months, is really, but because the 2005s have it in the pedal, from what I understand. I did some Googling around and come up with a part number of this TH456, and I crossed it with Napa, and this is what we come up with, and this is exactly what it is. This little lid right here closes and snaps shut. So basically you open this lid, you snap off the deal right here for the where the cable hooks to, and then it kind of snaps into this little part right here after you unscrew it off the base there. And then you put all your cable and everything back in here, and you plug it in. It plugs in right there, and then snap this thing back closed, and then you screw it back up, and then it should already be. I'd probably turn the key on and do a slow pedal down and then up, and then turn the key back off. Just but it should work. But this is this here is Napa's part number, this CRB 2678. You know, and this is obviously the price. This is just a Google search on Napa, so they're not cheap. Did find some other ones here. You know, this is a it says Eklund. This is Napa's Eklund line. I did find a standard ignition one here off of Amazon, which is Standard Motor Products basically. You know, this, you can see that's what the part number I found. So I put this part number in. That's how I got it from Napa, because I wanted to see, you know, if they're available in my area. They're going to be just available next day. So there's none here in my area, but we'll get it tomorrow. Anyways, a little bit cheaper there, but you know, and actually not too bad of a delivery date, being March 31st right now, and it says by April 5th and 6th. So I mean, you know, Amazon lately has been crap, you know. But anyways, this was interesting to find because I've never seen it before, and you know, this might be, you might run into this or something like that. Digging around, but they are available aftermarket, so hopefully that one's gonna work for us. You know, obviously this thing's got the kind of the dead pedal where you know, you step on it and then it kind of starts to go, and then if you get almost down to the floor with it, it just takes off and goes. And it's really erratic, and it's just it's a pain in the ass to drive. So anyways, and we got that. There's a couple of different codes in there, but I know that the P1 or the P2121 is the performance code of the switch. So that's what, you know, we're checked all the wiring to it and everything like that, as much as we can, and all the inputs and outputs of it. And you know, we got us a bad sensor, and we're just gonna have to replace it. And I don't know if I'm gonna put the update on here. Maybe I will when I get that thing tomorrow or something like that. So probably will. We'll just show how to replace it and put it in and whatnot. So keep watching then. So okay, another day later, we got this. This is our part right here from Napa. Normally a part like this, like I probably mentioned before, I'd really like to use an OEM, but they don't have it. They don't make it anymore. So anyways, we are going to, I just put this up with just one screw right here, but there's various screws in here. We're going to drop this fender well down. Okay, and then we're going to get these 3 screws out of here. Okay, that allows it to come down, so basically it goes up there and in there like that, come down like this, and then pull up on these little deals right here and open this thing up, and then probably take a screwdriver, get right behind this deal right here, pop that up, or maybe I'm strong enough to get it, I don't know. You want it to kind of go straight because you just don't really want to break it. Let's see if I could do this one-handed or not. There it goes. Okay. And this deal just pulls up out of there. I'm going to need 2 hands for that. And then got this deal to slide. Yeah, sometimes you'd put WD-40 or something like that on it. Alright, it slides that direction. Come on. Before I even get this where you can see it. Trying my best, folks, sorry. Yeah, it slides back that way. Come on, camera, focus. And then just kind of push down on this part right here, even on the red part right there. That came right off, so... there's a little clip behind here, so you're going to have to get a screwdriver in there and kind of separate that. You'll see how it goes. It's really hard to explain. it goes in this little notch, and you slide the screwdriver underneath, lift it up as you slide the whole thing up that way. What I'm talking about is that thing right there. See? Now going in, you should just be able to slide this in there, and that's got the deal, and it should just snap right in place. So we'll do that. Okay, you start this in like this, and I'm not strong enough to push it. And you push it down until it locks. There, it locked in. So, just like that. But that's the part you get your screwdriver underneath of, get it out. And then, obviously, snap this guy on there. And then, get your plug plugged in. Slide it in. And then, or slide the plug in, and then slide that red part, back forward this direction, and then close this thing up, snap it in place, and then screw it back up into place. And there you go. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn the key on, and then I'm going to slowly depress the pedal down and then slowly back up just one time, turn the key off, and then we'll go back in and clear all any codes that are there. I don't know if you have to do this thing with the pedal. You do that when you get new programmed ECMs and stuff, even if you don't replace a apps sensor or whatever. But anyways, turn the key on, go down. My boots are too freaking big. Freaking wet outside. And back, shut the key off. And I'll go in here, get this thing fired up. Okay, these are our codes here. A couple other on here we might have to address if they come back. Go ahead and clear these fault codes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this up. Looks like we got that one. Alright, so far so good. We're going to take it for a little drive. We get the fender well back on before we do that. So far so good. Get back to the shop and reconnect the codes or whatnot. I had to take the little adapter thing out of the OBD2 plug because I didn't want to hit it when I had my foot there on the clutch. So anyhow, pretty good. Thanks for watching.